Welcome back to the Red Carpet Re-Up. Today we're diving into the recent drama between singer and actor Tyrese and podcast host Joe Budden. Things got tense after Tyrese's emotional interview on The Breakfast Club, which led to some harsh commentary from Joe Budden on his podcast. Now, Tyrese is firing back, and we're breaking it all down for you in this 3-minute video. Let's get into it. Tyrese recently appeared on The Breakfast Club in late August, where he opened up emotionally about his ongoing struggles, including his divorce. He even shed tears during the interview, proudly declaring, "Black men cry."
Have you really taken the time to deal with all of that grief? Or do you just try to stay busy to avoid it?
It was a raw moment of vulnerability, and many people praised him for being honest about his feelings. But not everyone saw it that way. Shortly after the interview aired, Joe Budden took to his podcast to criticize Tyrese, calling him bitter. Budden suggested that Tyrese's ongoing divorce had made him emotionally unstable, and he threw in some digs about Tyrese's spirituality as well. This wasn't the first time Budden had something to say about Tyrese, but it definitely struck a nerve. Tyrese didn't take those comments lightly. On September 5th, he took to Instagram Live to call Joe Budden out. Tyrese expressed frustration over catching strays from Budden every time he appears on The Breakfast Club.
Hey, somebody get this message to Joe Buttons. No, nigga, your voice ain't deeper than mine. Shut the fuck up. I need to understand what's going on with Joe Buttons and why I keep catching strays every time anything that happens with me with The Breakfast Club. Let's run the clip back, since y'all love running clips back on the pod. As soon as I came on the Joe Budden podcast, I had on a green hat that looked very similar to this. As soon as like, you ain't gonna come over here talking about all that spiritual Negro, you know what I mean, Jesus and all that with The Breakfast Club. Like everything all right? Joe, I actually know you. I know you and I know Melissa Ford. I've done too many turn-ups with Joe Budden. That's my so I thought. Every time I do anything that's got to do with The Breakfast Club and then attempt to follow The Breakfast Club with Joe, I'm just catching strays. So I'm like, yo, you got a problem with Envy and Charlemagne? Y'all need to address that, bro. Because what the fuck that's got to do with me? And how do I got on your pod, who I just met, who got my back more than a nigga that I actually know? Like, even the on your pod was like, yo, after I met Tyrese a couple times, I'm good. I don't want to have that conversation. You kept going. You went as far as calling me bitter. You see this hat right here? This is commit suicide. This is why black men and men in general don't say, don't act like nothing is happening, don't act like they feel nothing, ain't going through nothing, ain't carrying nothing. I'm a grown man, bro. You could have all the fucking influence in the world. You'll never be able to convince me that I'm bitter. That what I'm feeling and what I'm carrying and what I'm processing is some shit you've never experienced before, because you've never been married. Probably been engaged a few times. That knee is getting old, Joe. You ain't gonna be able to keep putting that just for men on and covering up that. I'm 45. I probably got 2 gray hairs in my goddamn face, and I just do like this with my finger, boop, and boop. You Papa Joe over there, bro. How long you been with your girl? That knee. When you gonna pop that knee? That knee is getting old. You gotta get down on that knee one last time. Man, it's cool. We all uploading sexy, voluptuous, better halves. Only reason I ain't went to that other level in mine is because I'm literally still in the middle of a divorce. Nigga just refused it. She let me go, but refused to let me go. I don't know what the is going on.
He also questioned why Budden would criticize him, especially since they've partied together in the past. Tyrese made it clear that he doesn't see himself as bitter, and that his emotional journey is something Joe can't understand because he's never been married. Tyrese also called Budden old and took shots at him for not marrying his current girlfriend, saying he would have done so already if his estranged wife wasn't delaying their divorce. This isn't the first time Tyrese has had beef with the Joe Budden podcast crew. Last fall, he got into it with co-host QueenzFlip QueenzFlip over jokes about his divorce. Tyrese mentioned that people have been coming at him ever since that interview aired, taking shots at his marriage and other personal issues. He even tried reaching out to QueenzFlip privately, but his calls were ignored, which led to further public fallout. QueenzFlip eventually responded with his own video, telling Tyrese to keep his name out of his mouth and adding that any jokes made were old news.
Yo, Tyrese, listen, man. I don't know what you mad about. Niggas don't talk about you up here at all. We don't talk about you. You cool. You came up here. You was calm. You was nice. We like that. Now you going live talking about the nigga in the hot chair. I don't talk about you. Whatever old video you saw me talking about you, you be bugging. You was running around here acting like you want your marriage back, and then you over here with your lady. Shout out, beautiful. I respect her, but man, come on, man. Go get a hobby or something. Go to church. You know, aren't you cool with all the pastors, TD Jake, shout out to them, and Creflo and all of them? They go hang out with them and get a hobby. Because nobody, I don't want to hear this. Don't call me out. I know where you at. What's up? I'm not talking on live. I told you to add me on Flip the Network and you didn't want to add me. Add me on Flip the Network. You want to talk and, y'all talked about me up there and stuff and my family and my life and my wife. Check this out. We are going to talk about you if you go live every day talking about the same shit. Enough is enough. We heard you. We know what happened. We know what she did. We know what you did. We know you tried to take a flight back. We heard the same story. What you going to do new? Do something new. You got a new movie coming out? The Transformers or Fast and Furious 13? And stop playing with me, man. Stop calling me out.
So where does this leave Tyrese and Joe Budden? It's clear that tensions are high, and Tyrese is not backing down. Whether or not this will lead to a public reconciliation remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, this beef is far from over. What do you think? Should Joe Budden have kept his comments to himself, or is Tyrese overreacting? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to The Red Carpet Re-Up for all the latest celebrity news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.